Yo. Hello, everyone. Um, so we're back with another live stream video, or whatever you want to call it. Um, Starting to get more into this um, type of field or area. 'Cause I pretty much like it. Um, this music is killing me, y'all. Sorry. Um, so this is another live stream of the inspiration where I like to get all generations to come together and sit at the table. As you guys can tell in this right hand upper corner, it's kind of the logo that I created for now with a little slogan. So that was pretty cool. Um, so yeah, um, if you guys didn't catch not last week, the other day live stream was my first live stream with the inspiration. Other times I've been doing editing videos. I had my fraternity brother Noah Martin come on and give us, his side of view on what collegiate life looks like and what he does on a day-to-day basis. And if he could leave us with something, what would that be? Um, and perhaps he gave us this kind of quote nature, which was learn something. This means that you're paying attention and you're getting the most out of every experience, and that you need to sit down and listen. Which I thought that he made a very good point in that, is that we do need to sit down and listen to what people have to say across the whole entire board. Um, and if you look at it as an inspiration, and in the inspiration, I want to create this so therefore that when we all do come to the table, that we can actually learn something. It doesn't have to be a lot; it can be a little bit. But the very important part is that we all sit down and listen. I think most times a lot of people just sit down and talk and not really hear what people have to say. Because I think and believe that people's stories um, and lives have a meaningful telling behind it. And if you just take the time to sit down and listen, actually hear what somebody has to say across the board from any generation level, um, it can be sufficient enough for you to learn something and take it with you. Um, so I think that's another thing that when you sit down and listen, you learn something. You need to take take something away that you can apply to your life, and then pass it down to generation. So shout out to my fraternity brother Noah Martin for doing that, for giving us a little gem um, that we can all take away. Um, Now, um, pretty much I'm gonna be talking today. I don't have nobody lined up for today. Maybe next time I will. But I just wanted to come on and talk about opportunities. It's a word that I love to use, especially where I'm at now in my life as a senior getting ready to graduate college. Just thinking about out of my time, out of all 4 years, it has nothing. It has nothing but. Oh, it has been filled with nothing but opportunities. English is hard, y'all. um, Opportunities that have either kind of like blessed me, opportunities that I made mistakes in, so that I was able to grow. Um, so opportunities just across the board. I think a lot of people assume and think that opportunities are just always a good thing, but I look at it as opportunities can be a good and bad thing. Because within those opportunities of the bad things is where you make those mistakes and you learn from it. So therefore, when those opportunities come around again or something similar, you know what to do. So today I was every year. So I think so far as my every year so far, my school has tried to perfect a scholarship luncheon that includes all the donors who donate to academic scholarships um, for students. And so I've been blessed I've been given the opportunity to receive a lot of those scholarships. And so we do luncheon. We pretty much sit down with our donors and we talk with them, and we have a a good a very good conversation. I get to learn, like, some of their things that they did when they were here at LR, or um, why they donate, who their spouses are. I got to meet a lot of people this time around who actually have building names named after them or their spouse, which I thought was actually pretty cool to have that happen. Um, or if not, they get to hear student stories of how how our college is being ran and how it's being run on today's society basis. So most of these donors are from, like, like the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, so that era. So a lot of your baby boomers and uh, what is that? Baby boomers and Gen X. A lot of those people right now are the ones who are donating. And so it was just an opportunity just to sit down and talk with a lot of donors. But then just across the board, and we were inside the gym, so just across the board, just to see how there's so many donors who are being generous with their giving, just to give us students an opportunity to be here at the school. Because college ain't cheap, as a lot of us know. It is not cheap, um, especially when you go to a private institution. It is most definitely not cheap. So I've been blessed to stay at the university all 4 years, and graduate on May 10th, which is 7, 8 weeks away, which is kind of scary. But again, opportunities, is what pretty much is carrying me throughout all my 4 years. And so I look at opportunity as if it's a um, definition. I guess in my opinion would be numerous of chances. Numerous of chances. I say that because there's a phrase everybody loves to say that opportunities come and go as they please, or opportunities just come as they go. They come and go, and I look at it as if, yes, that is true, um, but I feel like also at the same time, it's just opportunities to me are just numerous of chances, and it's more than just one, two, three, four. There's opportunities that come your way, and I think it's our job as human beings to kind of um, what's the word or phrase? It's our job as human beings to really try to depict whether or not the opportunity is for us. Not because not every opportunity is for you or is for me. Maybe an opportunity can be for somebody else, and it's your job to move it along, so that person can perhaps get it, or do something with it. Um, I think that is really our main jobs as human beings when it comes down to discerning opportunities. Um, but I want to shift into the focus of, I guess, my collegiate career, and where opportunities have taken me. Because I tell a lot of prospective students that are getting ready to go into college, is that college is nothing. College is filled with nothing but opportunities. But it's your job as a collegiate student to take on those opportunities. Um, so perhaps, like, let's say you love a favorite sport and an opportunity comes your way, take it. Yes, it might be hard work. Um, yes, it might be some long days within that sport, but take it because it's an opportunity. You might travel to some places that you've never been, or you might actually, take the opportunity to actually really enjoy it. So therefore, you might become a coach and coach that sport for the rest of your life. You never know. For matter of fact, being down personal for me, there's a lot of opportunities that I took within my collegiate level. Um, so after COVID hit and after university kind of, like, cleared itself from COVID, I took it upon myself and took the initiative to make myself opportunities, to kind of put me at the forefront, and kind of make me, I guess, be remembered or known on campus. Um, so taking the opportunity to kind of like insert myself, and create something for myself, um, is a blessing and an opportunity. And so I kind of really want to challenge you guys who are watching to find an opportunity that's for you. And it could be small, big, medium. That doesn't have to be large. I think a lot of us, we always tend to try to want big opportunities, but sometimes your small opportunities can lead up to your big outcomes. Um, so, for instance, like let's say, I know a lot of people think that big opportunities are like your dream jobs that they want. Yes, that's a blessed opportunity, but I mean, you might not get it off rip, so you might have to go down the smaller opportunity route and build yourself up to that big opportunity. Um, I mean, and there's nothing wrong with you settling for that big opportunity, but I think you should also have a kind of like a backup plan. So reaching for those smaller opportunities as well, I think is also a thing I want to encourage you guys to do. Um, but yeah, back to, I guess, me having opportunities. Let's see. It has been an opportunity, I think, and a pleasure to most definitely be a part of a great graduating class. Um, Class 2024 has most definitely been through a lot, especially with COVID coming through and kind of like destroying our senior year of high school, has destroyed our freshman year of college and a little bit of sophomore year of college. And so for us to get the opportunity to actually live as college students our junior senior year, I think is a phenomenal thing. For most of us, to making we're kind of like making our own opportunities out of nothing because that's what we were kind of like handed. And so I'm really, really, really proud of the class of 2024, and what we have accomplished and what we're going to continue to accomplish. And that's something that I will say. Um, for me, um, I'm proud also as well that I'm graduating from a how can I say this? I'm graduating from I wouldn't call it prestige, but I would call it a lovely religion department that has pushed me spiritually to think for myself and think outside the box when it comes down to religion and theology and stuff like that. At first, when I came to LR, I was a music education major. Oh, I thought I was going to be a band director, band teacher, but I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. Then I thought of taking a route of being a teacher just in general. I always wanted to teach kids and do stuff like that in nature. Um, I was very passionate about teaching younger generations. But I was like, no, that's not it either. So I took I looked on our website to see like what kind of majors we offered. And I was looking somewhere in religion. And I didn't know that we had a youth and family ministry major. So I looked and I emailed the professor who's now my advisor. And it has been ongoing ever since. Um, I want to say sophomore year, probably sophomore spring semester. I can't remember. Um, but that has been an opportunity, and now for me to graduate with a bachelor's in youth and family ministries, minoring in church and religion, or not, sorry, religion and science. Um, that's a blessing and opportunity. Um, Opportunity to travel to different states. Um, youth and family ministry majors, we get a chance to go to the ELCA's youth conference. So I was able to travel to California um, just to go for a conference and go to Disney World, or Disneyland out there. I can't remember which one it is. I think it's Disneyland because Disney World is down here in Florida. Yeah, and I even had a chance to travel to Daytona Beach with our cheerleading team just because I helped them out with playing drums and stuff like that. Um, let's see. I went to Syracuse, New York, for a conference, which is like the National Activities Campus Board Advisory type thing. Um, I've I've had a lot of opportunities within these last 2 years, and I can just say, I mean, it's honestly just a blessing. It's numerous of chances that I get to kind of connect with people and expose myself to the world and what it has to offer. And it's getting to the point where now, like, I have opportunities to, um, I have like a lot of job opportunities lined up once I graduate, which I think is a blessing. That's opportunities right there. It's just opportunities left and right. Um, and I just want to again encourage you guys that um, no matter how big or small your opportunities are, there is always an opportunity for you. And you may not like your opportunity that may come your way, and that's perfectly fine. But I would still encourage you to look at your opportunity, um, and see what it may bring to you and benefit you. And then if it's not for you, or if you don't want it, then recommend somebody. So if it's a job that you apply for and you're like, man, you know what, I really don't want it anymore. And you're like, well, I think this other person can be great and phenomenal at it. I say pass it on to somebody else. You can always be a blessing, to somebody else, and you can always give somebody else an opportunity, um, to do things. And so that's why I think that is opportunities are great, um, because no matter how big or small they are, it's either you're going to receive it or you can pass it on to somebody else and be nice. So I think that's the if I had to do the table session, it would be no matter how big or small your opportunity is, you can either take it or pass it to somebody else. Because if we want our world to be a better place, then I think we as humans need to not rely on our elected officials or in the White House and the whole entire government. It's us as the citizens of the world to pretty much do do the work. And so that means that us we need to be generous, loving people, no matter who they are. Um, Even yes, I know we have our human tendency sides to always judge people first. But again, if you look at what Noah gave us on last live stream, was learning something. So have a simple conversation with somebody. Sit down and talk to them. Be like, hey, like you know what? Like, tell me your story. I wrote a poem. Speaking of that, I wrote a poem, for my creative writing class this semester on, pretty much a homeless person telling their story, um, and or it was pretty much a homeless person begging, um, for someone to talk to him so that he can tell them their story. And the way I wrote it, it was as if that the homeless man or person wanted to just simply just have a conversation. Um, and my teacher thought it was very, very great. So I, got up, ran to the class, and they were all touched by it, um, because they learned something. They learned how to sit down and just talk to people, or sit down and talk to anyone. Um, so yeah, if I had to really combine, a gym or a quote for the table session or table talk, it would definitely be, um, no matter how big or small your opportunity is, it's either you're gonna take it or you're gonna be generous and give it away. And it's because, and when you give it away, you should sit down and listen and learn something from somebody, or learn something from that person that you're willing to give that opportunity to. And I think this is how we can most definitely make our world a better place and not relying on our government to do it for us. I believe that we as all generations need to come together to the table. Hence why I'm creating inspiration to talk about these things and to actually get on one accord and on the same level and see things eye to eye, and then come together and do something about it, and not just always bickering and fighting and arguing, because at this point that's what we're pretty much doing now, is always arguing because we always think that one generation is right and all the other ones is wrong. When that's not the case. We should all collectively come together with thoughts and ideas and just share and talk and allow each generation to talk while others listen, and then vice versa. I don't understand why we are always quick to go, you know, chop somebody's throat off because, they're wrong in your eyes when that's not the case. I think a lot of times people talk because they just want to be heard, and I feel as though there is a desperate cry of help coming from our younger generations because all they want to, I mean, all they want to do is talk. And so that therefore so therefore older generations can learn something. They just want to have simple conversations and not argue because they respect older generations and what they have done. So most definitely take that with you, is to learn something, but also learn about opportunities. And if and there's not one for you, that's okay. And there is one for you that you don't want, pass it to someone else. You can always be a blessing to someone else. You never know unless you try. I think a lot of people just stop at the opportunity and then just leave it there on the table and never come back to pass it down or politely say no or nothing of that nature. Because opportunities come and go. It's our job to, again, uh, receive those opportunities and see if are made for us. If they're not, pass them along. I'm gonna keep saying that because I think that's true. We never share, and if we say that sharing is caring, then we need to act like sharing is caring, regardless of if you know the person or not. And if you don't know the person, then take time to learn that person, or or get to know that person. So that person can perhaps most likely be in the same situation as you are in currently, or before, or whatever, and you can help that person. You never know. But I think this is why I'm so motivated and passionate of doing this type of stuff, is because of the factor of, if we just again all come to the table and just talk, I think this world could be in a much more better position in place because we had those generational talks. I think generation talks are needed, and when I talk about when I say generation talks, I'm not talking about like you sitting with your family on a holiday and y'all talking about things like that, or you guys as family get together and talk about it. No, I'm talking about we need to like go outside of our families and talk. I think that's what we need to do. We need to go outside of our families and talk. Um, I say that because I say that because within um, how can I say this? I say this because there is a thing that I believe, is that, um, yes, through Christianity and stuff like that, we are all connected. Yes, we are. But I think more so, we are also connected through nature. Um, and it's not just from like blood family, from like blood family member to member to member to member. It's even outside of blood related members. Um, we are all connected through nature. Um, and so I find it very, um, very unique. Um, I find it very unique that the connection is very strong. Um, so we need to most definitely, I think, go outside of our norms of our generational families and share with one another. Share with one another. Sharing is caring. That's something I learned ever since what, first grade, something like that nature. Sharing is caring. We need to share, and we need to do the good bidding of the world, which is through generosity, giving, sharing, and giving people opportunities. Um, 'Cause when you give somebody an opportunity, they can most definitely show you what they're made of and who they are. Um, just like how, like I always say this, I love how, you know, in my opinion, I dislike resumes and cover letters because they don't really do nothing. Because you go to an interview and they ask you the first question off rip, and we all know this. Okay, well, tell me about yourself. Well, it's like you didn't read my resume or cover letter because I mean all my stuff are pretty much there. But I mean, but now looking at it, I understand because now you're giving me an opportunity to tell you who I am. And I'm you're giving the time or you're giving me the opportunity to allow me to talk while you sit down and listen and actually hear verbally what I have to say. Um, and I respect that. I really do. Um, so yeah, for this one or for this live stream, it's all about opportunities and how we can be generous and share opportunities with others, or how if the opportunity is for you, take it. You never know where it will lead you. It could lead you down a a wonderful life, or it can lead you down a life that you probably don't want to go down. And hopefully, there's no opportunity that comes your way. But again, I think this opportunity and numerous of chances that we all get in life is something sufficient, and I enjoy it. Um, so that's my take on opportunities. If y'all have any opportunities or anything you want to say about opportunities in the chat, you can say it. Um, I'm trying my best to keep pushing forward with inspiration and allowing people to come on inspiration, just talk, and give us I guess, give us some gems to take away because we all can take away from something. So, yeah, have anything I want to say in the chat? Go ahead, by all means, say it. Um, but yeah, I'm really grateful for opportunities that I've had within my life um, to get where I am today. Because most definitely, I think without the opportunities, I would not be sitting in this room right now. As y'all can see, excuse the room. I'm trying to clean it up. Um, but I wouldn't most definitely have. I most definitely would not be in this room right now, on this laptop probably, or doing anything of this sort if I didn't have the opportunities that I had. Or yeah, there's opportunities, and I think opportunities are a blessing in disguise. And again, even the ones that are bad are still a blessing in disguise because they kind of teach you, your mistake. Because everyone makes mistakes, nobody's not perfect. Um, and so I'm really grateful for opportunities that I had, and opportunities that will come. Um, so like, again, like I have numerous of jobs that I have numerous of jobs, but I applied to numerous of jobs that are now all kind of like reaching back and being like, hey, like, we want to give you an interview and, like do this, do that. And it's like, okay, well, that's great. That's wonderful. And I can't wait to see, by the time I graduate from May, what job I have lined up for me, which I might do like a reveal for that low key. That sounds low. That sounds fun. Shout out to my mom who's watching right now. She said that she's super proud of the class of 2024. We have overcame a lot of obstacles. Um, and congratulations again to class of 2024. My grandma was watching. Shout out to my grandma. It's Pat. She said, "What an amazing job you all are doing. And God bless you always. I appreciate it." Um, but yeah, most definitely the class of 2024. Whoever is watching from that class, salute to you. And hope that more opportunities keep coming our way. Um, it's crazy. 4 years have gone by this quick. Um, 'Cause again, for me, like it feels like I'm sitting in this room downstairs on the basement level, pretty much thinking like, man, like my mom just left because she dropped me off. Now it's like, what am I like? Like, what am I gonna do? Like, this is uh, this is kind of sketchy. Like, like what I'm about to do now. Being in my own room, being an RA for 3 years, have my own room, and just making opportunities for myself. Being known on campus and stuff like that has been a blessing. Has been nothing but opportunities that I've taken to kind of get me where I am now. Um, but yeah, this today has made me think about the opportunities that I've had and the more opportunities that I will have. Um, so shout out to again the LR and the donors that came today for lunch for scholarship luncheon. That they show their generosity through giving. These are donors who are giving like I'm talking about like thousands of dollars, like over $10,000. Like I know there are some donors who were there today that have building names I have to know. One person I know, I met them last year and they gave $10 million to build a building. It's crazy on how people are generous with their giving, um, and it creates an amplitude of opportunities for students to be a part of, future students to be a part of. So they're paving the way for future students with the opportunity of them giving back. I don't know how much they give, if it's like monthly, annually, yearly, but these are donors who give back every year to create opportunities for future students. And inspiration, this is where I'm leaning towards what I want to do. I just want to give opportunities to people to come on and talk and just give their side of their story, their life, their purpose, their meaning, and what can they bring to the table. Um, I think this table is very important. Um, it's a table where everybody comes together from all generations. It's kind of like the United Nations a little bit, the UN, and how there's one representative from every nation, but then the inspiration and at the table is like everybody's there. Everybody's there. Um, we all meet up in one spot at the table, and we just start talking about life, our lives, our meanings, our purposes, our opportunities, and giving giving something to people that they can take away from it. I think that's just the end all be all is that whatever you say can be something that can be taken away from others. Um, Other than that, that's pretty much everything I got for this live stream. Unless anybody in the chat has any questions or anything they want to say, um, I can see the chat on my end. So uh, if you guys want to say anything, you guys can. If not, I may just call it a night. Uh, I have to also like remind myself that this is like a live stream, so like I can kind of like give it a second or two. It's not like a video, um, but I am again grateful for opportunities. Opportunities are really something great to have, and we all have our opportunities. It's just which ones are exactly for us. Um, if no one has anything to say, these are two takeaways again. So we're going to learn something again, like always. I think this is something I'm going to keep up. That came from Noah Martin, is to learn something. So we're gonna pay attention and get the most out of every experience that we have, and just sit down and listen. And then our second one is we're gonna take away. Our second takeaway is the opportunities that we face and how there are numerous of chances. There are numerous of chances, there are numerous of opportunities that we can all take and have. Versus our job to decipher if it's for us, and if it's not for us, then we pass it along to somebody else. Be generous. Those are two takeaways that I have for you guys tonight. I hope this was beneficial for y'all, for you, um, to kind of take away and look at life a little bit differently. I think also that's another goal on the inspiration, is to allow people to look at life differently, and maybe try something different for once. Um, the inspiration has a new, or the inspiration has launched a Instagram channel. So you can follow the inspiration at the underscore inspiration underscore table. Um, and if you would like to be a part of the inspiration on like a live stream one night, just DM the Instagram page, or you can message me um, on Facebook or YouTube, wherever it is. If you want to be a part of it, just let me know. And I will be gladly to take you on a live stream and allow people to hear your story, your purpose, your meaning, because we all have a story, and it's our job as people to listen and take in some things. Because you never know who may be in the same situation as you or was in the same situation as you. And you can potentially help them just by talking and allowing those words to kind of minister to somebody else and be a blessing to someone else. Um, so yeah, this has been fun. I'm going to do a maybe a live stream on the weekend sometimes. That's just me like reacting to some like funny videos. Why not have some fun with this live stream stuff? It is kind of fun and a blast, especially because I'm not the one doing the editing of videos. So I kind of really like enjoy this. Um, but again, if you want to be a part of the inspiration, please let me know, and I'll be gladly to um, welcome you. I guess on board, as they say, welcome you aboard onto the inspiration. Um, that being said, I'm going to now log off of this live stream. Hope you guys have something to take away from this. Again, follow our Instagram, um, the underscore inspiration underscore table. And if you are on YouTube, please, please, please like, comment, and subscribe, and share. Honestly, sharing is caring, is not. So please, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And even on Facebook, like, comment, and share. Um, help me out and to push inspiration out a little bit further so that people across the world can watch this and see this. Um, it has been real. Thank you guys for watching another video or another live stream. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Peace.